Hello, y'all. My name is Manny Petty, and I am just about to celebrate my 1-year wedding anniversary. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my husband's name is Cameron. He's gay too, and we're both like middle-aged bald men with facial hair. So whenever we travel, people just think we're brothers. Like it's so embarrassing. Like especially if we go to the South, those people don't care. They're just like, "Are y'all brothers? Y'all look like brothers. Are y'all brothers?" We're more like sisters, you know what I'm saying? We're like scissor sisters. That's gross. So Cameron and I, we went to Sicily on our honeymoon. Picture it, Sicily, 2022. My grandmother was from Sicily, and she looked exactly like Sofia Petrillo. She had the wicker purse and the terrible attitude. And I loved her. She was my favorite person in the world. So we go to Sicily, and I'm telling Cameron, I'm like, well, Sicilians, they're not like regular Italians, right? Sicilians are like super Italians, right? We got any Sicilians in the crowd? Anybody Sicilian? Drama. No, but the only way I could describe a Sicilian is if you take a regular Italian, and then you smash them together with Joan Rivers. So my grandmother, she taught me how to swear in Sicilian. And you know, they're very creative, right? It's never just like F you. She would say stuff like, get a cat, shove it up your ass, and let it scratch out your insides. Very creative. It's very creative. So my favorite one of her swear words, I'm gonna say it in Sicilian because it's so good. She would say, "Te do un cazzotto in panza, te faccio un nicchio per la Madonna." All right, I gotta translate it for the Americans. So what that translates to is, I'm gonna punch you so hard in your gut, it's gonna make a little niche, so you can fit the Virgin Mary inside. That's amazing. It's amazing. And the best part of that story is she had a little miniature Virgin Mary that she would hold in her hand, and she would threaten us with it when she was saying that. It's amazing. So her and my mom would argue a lot, right? But like when they argued, it would always start small, like about what kind of pasta they're gonna make. And then it would just escalate to like a very unreasonable level, right? So my mom would be like, "Mostaccioli." My grandma would be like, "Rigatoni, mostaccioli, rigatoni, mostaccioli." And then it would get to the next level. And then my grandmother would accidentally drop a plate, right? And then my mom would be like, "Ma, you break my dishes every time." And then my grandma would be like, "Christina, you break my heart every time." And then it would just keep escalating to the next level, and it would just go up and up and up, and finally my grandmother would end the argument, and she would say something like, "You only bought me this rosary so you can keep it when I'm dead." And then 5 minutes later, they're totally fine. Like as if no argument had happened. Like, what happened? So I'd come in, I'd be like, "Where are we at with the pasta? Like, what's happening? I'm ready for the pasta." So my mom, of course, she's also born in Italy. She would make a 5-course meal every day. And every one of those meals started with pasta, right? So I grew up thinking that everybody on this beautiful planet ate pasta every day. You know, until one day, I ate at my friend Michael Patterson's house, and his mom made a meatloaf. I'd never seen a meatloaf before. So when it came out, I was like, "What is that? What's happening?" So we're eating this thing, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Wait a minute. Are there cornflakes in this? What's happening? What's going on?" Second of all, I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, when is the pasta coming out? Like, what's going on? So at some point, I realized that there was no pasta to be had. I literally had a panic attack. I lost my cazzo, like it was bad. So I get home, and my mom's waiting for me at the door. So she's like, "So, did they make it the pasta?" And I'm like, no, Mom, they didn't make any pasta." She's like, "Oh, no." Well, guess who made the pasta? And then she fed me an entire 5-course meal. Like, ate a lot of food. It was great. But I'm very lucky. My parents are wonderful. They're very supportive of my relationship with Cameron. They love Cameron very much, which is fantastic. I'm very lucky. You can clap for that, duh. But my mom loves Cameron because when we go to her house, he eats everything. Like, that man does not leave a crumb, okay? He's getting the bread and he's souping it up in the sauce. And she's like, you like the sauce? Oh. Nice. That's very nice. So Cameron and I, we're both cis white guys, right? And by cis, I mean Sicilian. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's totally white. So we're both cis white guys, but we still face discrimination. Like, we were at Macy's recently, and just because we're gay, the woman behind the counter thought that we were there to buy makeup. Yeah. No, I was so pissed off that I almost returned the makeup that I had bought from her. No, I should explain. See, both Cameron and I, we're very much into makeup sex. We love makeup sex. You guys too? You guys like makeup sex? What do? Put a little lipstick on the balls? I recommend a little mascara on the crack. It's ascara. That is foul. Okay. But what else? Yeah, so I'm from Chicago also. My parents were born in Italy. I'm from Chicago. People from Chicago here? Like, actually from Chicago? Yeah? All right, we got to talk about the term you guys. I've always thought it's such a weird term because you can go up to a group of all women and be like, how are you guys doing? Yeah. And I'm sorry, but that's very sexist. And I love sex. So I've been trying to think of alternatives to you guys. Do y'all mind if I try these out on you? Do y'all mind? Yeah? Okay. All right, so where are you slutbags from over here? Yeah, you two slutbags over here. Where are you from?
Southwest suburbs and then Duluth, Minnesota.
Oh, Duluth, Minnesota and Southwest suburbs. Are you all together? Oh, give it up for these slutbags. Oh, you're so cute. Little slutbags. I mean, I guess slutbags does kind of feel misogynistic, doesn't it? And I love massages. But okay, all right, let me try another one. So where are you banana shiners from over here? Wilmette? You ever shine bananas in Wilmette? No, okay, well, that's good. Well, you know, banana shiners, that refers to fellatio. And I don't want to make fun of that because it is not a job. It is a joy. All right, I think I have one. This one is not sexist. It's not gendered, and it's universal. Did you two herpes come out together tonight? Do you identify as herpes? Give it up for these herpes. But yeah, that was disgusting. So, but Cameron and I, we grew up in a time when there weren't a lot of gay people on television. Like, the only one I can think of is Donald Duck. You know, like he had his cute little hat. And I still walk around the house like Donald Duck. Like, I walk around with no pants bottoms. You know, so I'm just like, oh. And then Cameron comes in, he's like, oh. And that's just how we learn to be gay men. So. That's so stupid. Duck you. But no, but I do feel like my Sicilian heritage is creeping into our relationship. Like, the other day, Cameron's like, hey, Manny, why don't you do the dishes? And I'm like, well, hey, Cameron, why don't you do the dishes? And he's like, well, why are you being an asshole? And I'm like, well, why don't you get a cat and put it up your asshole? And then I don't know what came over me. It just started escalating and escalating. And finally, I was just like, you only bought me this lipstick so you can keep it when I'm dead! But then I thought, oh, I'm just like my grandmother. Thank you very much, everybody. My name is Manny Petty.